also known as Noe from Los Texmaniacs. He's the bass player, and we're here at Hill Country Barbecue in Washington, D.C. That was a great show, Noel. What's it like? You've been with the Texmaniacs a year now. What can you tell us? What have you learned? What's the experience like?
Don't lie!
Get back! No, it's been a great experience. We've traveled quite a bit, you know, to different countries, and that's what's beautiful. That the most beautiful thing about playing music is when you get to play music in different parts of the world, or from different parts of the world to back porch jams, and that's what's so amazing. And when you see people get into your music, you know, it's priceless. So it's a blessing to be able to do this and to kind of spread our culture around, you know, and show off the accordion and the bajo sexto, which is something we grew up with.
Yeah.
And of course, actually bass and adding some of that with the backbeat of the drums. And it's a modern conjunto, you know, and we stick to tradition and also twist it up with some rock and roll or a flavor of Latin. Some, you know, es como un pico de gallo. You can put anything you want in it, or unos frijoles chavos. You can put anything you want in it.
Absolutely. Now, do you just play bass, or do you play any other instruments?
I like to play anything with strings.
Anything with strings, okay.
Yeah, I love the bajo sexto. You know, I love to study the bajo sexto, and it's, I guess, the fact that I like to arrange music, and so you need to know a little bit about all the different instruments. So I like to play with accordion and guitar, of course, and piano.
Now, one thing that I've noticed out on YouTube, a lot of our viewers have sent me messages saying, "What do I learn how to play like bass guitar for conjunto music? You know, what are some things that I should know?" Now, there's a lot of times, like when we're talking about blues, you hear a lot of people throw around things like the 1-4-5 blues. Is there something that you can tell us as far as conjunto music? Hey, you know, somebody that's out there trying to learn, what is it that they should definitely master before they get up on stage?
Well, that's theory, and it's a universal language, right? And it applies to all styles of music. The 1-4-5 is a progression that in all styles of music you'll find, from rock to blues to conjunto, but the most important thing, if you want to understand the style and learn it and play a particular instrument in it, is to listen to where it comes from. You know, you can go all the way back to the German and the Polish and the Czech polkas. You know, listen to that, or come closer to Texas and listen to Narciso Martinez. You know, Santiago Jimenez and Flaco Jimenez and Novembela. I mean, there's a long list. But that's one of the most important things, is to listen to the root of the music. Sure. You know, and be open about it and absorb it and study it and play. It's like there's different flavors of music everywhere you go, from South Texas to regarding conjunto, you know, from the valley, even in the valley, from the valley to Corpus to Alice, Texas to Houston and San Antonio.
Everything's got a little change to it.
Yeah, it's just like the food. I always reference it to food.
Yeah.
It's like the food is different everywhere. So that's what it is. I think I always tell people that want to learn. Today, there's so much access to learning. You can learn off the computer. You know, look up a song, and it's so easy. You know, you can dial it up on YouTube, and there's so many people playing it different ways. And I mean, you pick from there.
True. Whichever way sounds best.
Unlimited ways of learning. You know, back in the day, I remember we had one of these consoles with a record player and an 8-track and a radio. And I had the 8-track, a blank 8, and I'd wait for the song to play off the radio so I could press record. And then it's an 8-track, you could only forward that. So I have to forward the whole tape to come back to the song. So it's much easier now.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a matter of wanting to, because today, I mean, the exposure of anything you want to learn is there. You know, just by dialing it up on our phone, wherever. It's so much easier today. So
what's your favorite style of music to play? Is it conjunto? Would you say that that's your favorite, or?
It's hard to say. I like many styles, but
everything just kind of a challenge.
But I'll tell you, conjunto is like coming home.
Yeah.
You know, that takes me to when I was a child, you know, and listening to my dad play and my cousins playing the guitar or the bajo sexto, and it takes me to when I was 5 years old and listening, you know, and I faked playing. I had a guitar without strings. I made of a Strat with an old belt I had, shoestrings, and you know, I wanted to be a part of it. So
sure,
the conjunto takes me there, you know, and it's always a good feeling to be able to have that feeling of when you grew up, you know, back home. You know?
Absolutely.
So you know, so any style. I mean, I love blues. I play blues sometimes with some bands, and you know, for fun, or I get hired for it. I love Tejano, the more involved Tejano, and jazz or rock, classic rock. I mean, anything. I love everything.
Wow. I
try to play. Like I said, music is universal. So once you know it, I think you're able to play many styles.
Sure.
You can be open to it. You know, you can. It's possible.
All right. Well, thanks very much, Noel. Thanks for taking a little bit of time. Thanks for performing such a great show.
Thank you.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to look at the videos. I'm going to be trying to get some of those bass lines like he said. I watched the videos too, and then I'm like, oh, what did he do here? I think that was an open E. Let me see.
That's what it's about.
And I just go about it like that. And you know, my wife could tell you, she's like, really, that song for the 5th time? I think we've got it, honey.
50th.
Okay, 50th, but you know, I definitely take some of those, and I know, you know, from messages that we get from the viewers, they say, "Oh man, I really like that video. You know, will you ask them this question? Will you say that? You know, next time, whatever." And then we get people from all over when I'm going in and I can see who's viewing. We get people viewing from anywhere you can think of.
Right.
I even have viewers in Antarctica. I'm not sure who listens to conjunto music. Maybe there's a penguin somewhere, you know. He's trying to learn conjunto music. I'm not sure, but definitely, you know, everybody loves it, and they absolutely love those Texmaniacs.
Well, thank you for spreading it around and doing your thing. You know, that's
absolutely.
A great thing. You're keeping it alive. You know,
absolutely,
and that's a great thing. I appreciate that. You know, that's what we're trying to do. You're trying to do it. You know,
anything I can do to make it easier and also to keep it alive.
Right. That's a great.